very exciting introduction to what's going on. No, wait, hold on. What the fuck? Why is the... Oh, never mind. I know why it's there. I'm just gonna throw you into my completed save file and you just get spoiled. It's everything that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause like, girl, I don't even know who the killer is, bro.
No, it's quite the mystery, even, you might say. First Mizuki's mom was killed, then Mizuki's dad was killed. And it's like, what's the connection there? And they were killed in the same method, and you don't know what's going on. It's the chairman's desk. Yeah, we're talking to the gang right now. The literal gang, the Yakuza, Mafia, Yakuza, whatever.
Yeah, because like, normally when like the partner dies, you like expect it's the fucking bug. You expect like it's the other partner that murdered them.
Yeah, but the game had to immediately rule that out and be like, yo, this shit's more complicated than you think it is. It's a desk. It probably belongs to someone in the group. There are a ton of things on top.
So it's like, well, who done it? I'm kind of thinking, I don't think it's the mafia, bro. That'd be too easy.
A chair.
I'm really suspecting, and these guys weigh a lot. It's gotta be somebody like tiny.
Right, there was the bit with the elevator. Lockers are lined up on the wall.
I have a feeling it's that girl with the pink hair. I don't know. She's just kind of sus, bro. And then there's like that background with I keep wanting to call him Dante, but it's
Dante.
What is he?
Dante.
A bronze dragon.
A bronze dragon holding a golden ball.
Golden ball, huh?
A dragon holding a golden ball.
I read that as a dragon ball holding a golden ball.
I wonder, maybe it's a reference, wink wink, nudge nudge.
Girl, I don't know.
The door to the next room. The entrance. There's a partition set up by the doorway, probably to obscure the view from visitors.
Hey, Aiba. It's pronounced partition and not partition.
I know how it's pronounced.
Last month's schedule is written on the board. 21st, Ikakin's beatboxing for beginners.
Oh, that reminds me of the mispronunciation thing. Okay, quick story. So, like, my mom mispronounces things a lot of the time. So, rotisserie chicken is pronounced rotisserie. Oh, what happened?
I'm doing something real quick. I hope that fixed it, but there's like some weird fucking shit happening on one of my monitors.
Oh, okay. And so, like, my mom used to call it rosateur chicken, okay? And so, for years, my sister and I grew up thinking it was rosateur chicken. And so, my sister was dating this guy when she was, like, 21? And she was like, hey, can you go, like, check the rosateur chickens? And he goes, the what? She's like, the rosateur chickens, like the cooked chickens. He goes, don't you mean rotisserie? And my mom claimed, like, yeah, I knew it was rotisserie, but like, I can't believe you guys just believed me that that's how it was pronounced. I'm like, bitch, whatever.
It's getting rid of so many letters.
I know. And then like, my mom, she always says, it's supposed to be like, good, no shit Sherlock. Well, my mom says no shit Charlie. I don't know where she got the Charlie from. Last one schedule's written on the board. Yeah.
There would be no point in talking to him in that state.
Are they all drugged up?
No, you beat
They're all
them
high.
up. You walked into the office and beat them up. The skinny one, he's completely out. Yeah, that's where we left off. You walked into the office to talk to these people. You beat up the two guys because they came after you.
Oh, girl, I don't
You're
remember
a police
that at all.
officer. The company philosophy on the wall. I mean, it's been a while. If you accidentally enter a bar instead of a restaurant, don't feel obligated to order a drink. Even if the bartender gives you that order a damn drink look. That's quite the motto.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's company philosophy. A company philosophy is like a summary of the ideals and goals of that company.
Again?
Yeah, it's a company philosophy. Some kind of permit.
A permit to be a banani. A permit to be a
Hey, Aiba,
banani.
look. A flying squirrel taking a nap.
Ha. He's so funny.
It is clearly a tiger.
Are you sure about that?
A tiger rug.
I got nothing to say to you.
The fat one. He's holding his stomach in pain.
Bitch, I would too.
I mean, Date is pretty strong. The Kumakura crest. Kumakura being a black
another
bear.
This one looks different.
Yeah.
Very fancy. Very fancy.
It's kind of frightening seeing all these lanterns lined up.
How is it frightening?
Scary lanterns. Scary
Same.
lanterns.
You don't have to repeat it.
Same, Aiba. Fucking same. I'm getting the same vibes.
A Shinto shrine. There are lanterns with Kumakura written on them.
Okay, I guess that's all, right? Is that everything?
There's a telephone on the desk. I mean, it's not, but I'm also not gonna
What does a guy like the chairman need this
tell you to investigate literally everything. You know, I
probably
feel like the
just
plot
uses
is
it
more
for
exciting.
porn.
You probably just use it for porn. Probably, you know, like the majority of like people like in college, like I think like 80% of them watch porn like at work and like in class and stuff.
At work,
Yeah,
just,
like
you
the
just said no. You
professors.
just said that they're in college. Why would they do it at work?
I mean like the professors. Like the
I mean,
professors and
yeah.
the staff.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. They can, they have their like solo offices, and they can just close the door.
Yeah. Like the majority of them just watch porn in their free time, you know?
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
But they only did in the study. They only did colleges. They didn't do like other.
Yeah, it's because most
Work.
workplaces you don't have that isolation.
That's true.
There's a PC on top of the desk.
Oh, weren't you the one that told me about like the college boys were like masturbating so much in the boys' bathroom that they were like clogging up the drain with cum or something? Did you tell me that?
That was, if anything, that might have been a Northern Lion video that I sent you. I do not. That did not happen to me.
Nothing happened to you. No, maybe I saw it on Twitter. I don't know. But they were like, please refrain from like masturbating in the bathroom because you're clogging up the fucking drain and it's very, very expensive.
A keyboard.
MoMA.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's quite a name.
This game is Japanese.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
It was on the news.
Shoko was part of an investment fraud scheme. And I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop. What?
The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm Moma Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole! You need a lesson in manners?
Did they murder him?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year.
Okay, there we go.
He leapt to his death from the roof of a building.
What?
Okay. Girl, I don't believe he killed himself. Somebody shoved that man.
I did not remember that.
But MoMA did not take over last year. MoMA took over 6 years ago.
So they pushed him out for being chairman? What the fuck did he do after that?
6 years ago.
I'm remembering the details now, but of course I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, what did he do? What does a chairman do after being kicked out of a gang, bro?
Apparently jumps off the top of a roof.
I don't know. That man looked kind of tough. I don't believe he would have killed himself. I'm just saying.
I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
Date, a minute please.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area? There is an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
Thermal imaging? Dang.
Yes, she's got all sorts of capabilities. We can deal with MoMA later. I should be focused on something else.
Okay, well, that was a little room, bitch. Fuck you then. Where's the queue? Oh, there it is. Whoa, that's so cool. Aiba's so fucking cool, bro.
One of the cigarette butts. The tip is reddish.
Somebody just smoke with that bitch.
Hey, Aiba. Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
Could be.
Maybe it's an expensive brand of cigarette or something.
We don't know anything about it. Just small details. They could come in handy. Yeah, you already looked at it. Cigarette is on the end of the ashtray is a Klein. Tip is faintly red.
Well, it's still a green.
The knife, one of them was crazy. The kind that knifes nicely at night. It just might.
That is so funny. He's so cute.
Yeah, you also have to look at the sofa.
Oh, forgot about that. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, look at that warm butt.
Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
Now
So
I think
who's
you
there?
talk to
Who's
Momo.
there? Meow.
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today.
Yeah, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Although you are an uninvited guest.
You lying ass hoe.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
All right, I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in,
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
neither of them was on the sofa. And neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
An insurance salesman? Why would an insurance salesman come for the fucking Yakuza's office?
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here, and I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit, which means whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
Just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
Beep beep boop 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 boop.
Where's this partition?
Wait, where am I supposed to go then? Beep beep?
Yeah.
I thought it meant that door.
No, that was the door you came in. The one by the partition is the one you came in.
Oh. Dog, what do you want? No,
Just as
what
I
am
thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall.
Don't shoot him.
Why does he want to shoot him right off the bat?
I should shoot him.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed.
Not getting enough what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I cannot approve the use of evolver in this situation.
Damn it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, is this where I have to, hop in?
Date, a porno mag at your feet.
What?
He said, what? Where?
I'll do the quick time events.
Okay.
Because predominantly because of the lag.
Hey! Did you just shoot at me?
What the hell? Oh my god. What are you even shooting at, bro?
Antagonists are always have bad aim.
Date, load evolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
Don't ask questions, okay?
Yeah, don't ask questions, man. She's the super intelligent AI. You're fucking nothing. Oh, do I have to keep clicking? Or no, I think I just have to hold the icon in place.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Believable.
Aiba.
So believable.
See?
Yeah, I know.
Everything happened as I simulated.
This game has really goofy action sequences. Like to break the
So,
seriousness of
Where's this
the...
porno mag?
Like to break the tension.
Where's the porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
You go,
What
girl.
the hell?
Wah, wah.
You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit.
Hey, coward! I see you. Show your face! I know you.
Know you from where, bro?
That's...
Who is this man?
Sejima, so, Congressman.
Oh,
We're getting
what's
politics
this guy
involved.
doing here?
what are you doing with the thugs, my dude?
He's a politician. What do you think?
Sorry, I was talking to my dog.
I've had a relationship with the Kumakuras since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit.
Oh, yeah, you lying asshole.
Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
Hmm.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
That's what I'm wondering, bro.
It was just some party hosted by some company or other.
Oh my god, was he sleeping with one of the girls there or something? Was he a pimp?
It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend.
Oh, so he's a pimp. I bet he's a pimp.
Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
I mean, politicians.
Like Andrew-
Politicians meet people all the time. This is realistically entirely reasonable.
I don't trust this hoe. I'm just saying.
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi.
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sejima.
I agree. I can't trust that.
It's Sosajima, a member of Congress. I see him so often on TV, it feels like I've met him before.
Oh, so he's... Oh no.
Momo's always got a weird look on his face.
He does. Very creepy.
I mean, he's the head of a Yakuza gang.
Us
so-
Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
That sounds unreliable.
Date, I did some research.
No, that
The
one would
hotel's
be
record of
reliable.
guests does list the Kumakura
Yeah.
members.
Yeah, but couldn't they be paid off?
It's literally.
Oh, well, they have cameras.
I mean, there's that, but I just mean, like, they did book the hotel rooms. Like, that would be on the financial records.
It doesn't mean they have to be there.
Okay,
They were also seen on several surveillance cameras.
but yeah.
It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
And then you could talk to the people at the Ujisaki family golf tournament or whatever. It's like there would be way too
I heard
much.
that the former head of the Kumakuras
evidence
committed
that they didn't
suicide
go.
last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother.
Oh.
He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You wanna know more? Hire a private eye.
I mean, technically he does have one.
Ha ha ha!
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something...
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way, he paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
I mean, sounds believable.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
I guess they're like a pretty big organization, man. For like both exes to be dealing with them separately.
They're an affiliate gang. They're a subsidiary of a larger gang. They themselves are not that big. You'll only ever meet those two guys that are unconscious.
The victim prior to Renju?
And they probably don't have that much more manpower outside of those two.
I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
You're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me!
The the receptionist.
How you said to call you if I was your
God.
name. Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Aiba.
Roger.
Beep beep, let's go, baby. I forgot why do we want him again? Did he like go missing or something?
Yes, he's a he's a regular at the restaurant that Renju was killed
This
at.
is all really suspicious.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops Serial Killings. We need to do further investigation.
Look, there she is.
Oh. Roar like a lion.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
She's a very cute jellyfish.
You utter idiot.
Yes.
It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Dork.
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, Are you... Mom?
He's so unserious, bro.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Aiba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
You need a buddy? I'll be your
I'm
buddy.
overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality.
That is wild.
You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
There's a lot of
Can't
processing
just
power
pop
in
into
that
my eyeball
eyeball.
without permission?
Shh.
You do realize I do that all the time, right? As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious, but there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling, and their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
Yeah, that seems like very personal.
It is
Doesn't seem like
possible
something
that
a gang would
Shoko and
do.
Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Huh, maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
I looked into
You didn't
that.
want to ask about her appearance?
Well, we already know about her appearance, right? Like, it's what he likes, or that's what she thinks he likes, right?
Yes.
That's his type, bro.
Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories, but would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
Ooh, dang.
The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value.
Yikes.
What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact.
Maybe it's just a quinkity.
After the accident, So Tsujima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Tsujima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen.
Hmm?
Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll
That's
take your
obvious.
eye while they're still alive.
How they release that information?
There will be more bodies.
No, I don't think that that information is public.
If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
The missing eye is probably public information, but not
This
that
has to be
while
a
they're
prank.
alive.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words,
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
I don't know. You get stories like that all the time, and then there's nothing to it. But maybe there is. Maybe he like used to be. Well, no. I was gonna say maybe he used to be like a criminal, and maybe they were like in the same cell together or something. You know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard.
Oh, Date.
Now we're dealing with this loser.
What's wrong?
His
You look like you
sweater
have a lot on
says
your mind.
geek on it.
He is a geek.
Yeah.
In the bad way.
Yeah, I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You didn't know?
No.
Oh.
Their divorce was not exactly like
So that was
super
Mizuki's mom.
well known, I suppose you could say.
Oh. Because I thought he knew that was her mom. That makes it even... Oh, okay.
Mizuki saw...
It's good. It's largely
Oh,
because
Mom.
Mizuki doesn't really, talk about her family situation, I imagine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I just left her.
Yeah, you piece of shit. You weak-ass
But I didn't
man,
know.
baby.
I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother.
It doesn't matter. You still left her. You still left a minor alone by herself, like, looking at a dead body. Like, sorry, you're still shitty.
I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
I don't accept apologies from weak men. I'm just saying.
You talk about do you accept apologies from receptionists with very prominent cleavage?
No.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
You're so disinterested in the
Mizuki didn't
receptionist.
seem like she was angry with you.
Yeah, I really am.
What? You met Mizuki?
What if I told you there's
Oh,
I have a
at the
specific
interrogation.
reason for you to look at her
That's right.
Okay,
over and
With
over and over
Mizuki.
again?
I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty.
No, it just
If I
sounds
were
like a
writing light
policeman.
novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
Then you're bad at writing sexy scenes,
Yeah,
okay?
you're really,
So
yeah,
shut up.
I mean, most light novel authors are not that great. So,
Okay, that's true.
whopping noise.
That's so nasty, bro. I can't.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Jesus Christ.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
You know, good for
I'm
her, I
glad.
guess. Who's Iris again? Who's Iris?
She's
Tessa.
recording a podcast right now.
Oh, the girl with the pink hair.
Yes.
Look at
Also,
your
I'm realizing you
schedule.
probably
It
did
should
have
end
to
soon.
talk to her. In the first place, anyways.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy on my soul.
Oh, thank you. But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
Girlfriend does not look 36. You go, girl.
The look on Oda's face.
You're kidding.
Because how old is Date?
30, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was, yeah, because I was like, isn't he younger than her?
Yeah.
Girlfriend uses her retinol. Good for her.
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kind of like that.
And I kind of like you.
I'm so grossed out.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a
She has a kid.
reptilian.
A what?
Is that going to be a problem?
A what?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien.
Oh, Jesus Christ, she's crazy.
They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
It's like
that
definitely
is definitely going to be a problem.
not what she meant. But at the same time, I don't know
Too
what she
bad.
meant.
What does she mean?
I don't know. It could mean that she's into reptiles. It could mean that like she's a furry of the reptile.
Is she a cosplayer? Does she cosplay as a
Yeah, she could
reptiles?
cosplay as reptile. Yeah, you know.
Does she do body paint? I would have been like,
not that she's literally a shapeshifter. The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Yes, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course.
I hate men.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
I literally hate men.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
It's fucking same, Aiba. I hate men. I hate men. I hate men. I hate men. I hate the men in this game.
The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter.
Thank God that's over.
And then the other thing that I think is particularly noteworthy is, of course, the plant.
Of course.
Yeah, the plant. A potted plant.
Date, look! A little stink bug! Yay! A stink bug!
I have a tendency to get excited about bugs. Yay!
Yay! Okay. Hold on.
Yay! The way that she says it.
Okay, back.
I don't know anything.
I mean, also
I've
the
only seen
painting on
Renju
the
a
right
couple of times.
might have they'll call it like something else.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall.
The raw. What does that mean?
Servant.
Oh.
You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
An abstract painting is on display.
That one is called Lying, Wishing, Marking Demons.
That's so weird.
An incomprehensible abstract painting is on display. Yeah, they call it something different every time.
Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him.
Bro. Bro, okay, so no.
No. A woman.
My man, you are so embarrassing. What a beta.
Okay,
man.
look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
I told you, you know, she was kind of
Got it.
sus.
So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
Bro, you don't know her, okay?
Tell that to the evidence!
She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
Cool. Well, I mean, I don't know any real cases of idols killing people in particular, but you know, idols are people. They aren't idols.
Yeah. Okay, let's not pedestal people, okay?
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
That.
See? Oh my god.
you just are Date.
I am Date, man. Did they model him after me?
Tessa is a savior to me.
Like all 30-year-olds think the same, man.
The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
You don't know her. You barely know her. You hardly
sock
talk
puppet
to her.
for her online. Well, that's not true. He actually does talk to her fairly frequently.
He talks to her persona. Like there's the idol persona, and then there's like
No,
you know, her.
He does actually. He is actually friends with her. Like this isn't. It isn't actually a one-way street. He does idolize her. This is true, but in terms of how she interacts with him, it is very plain.
I think she's still probably not being completely honest with him though.
Well, I mean, there's more of the game to play, so. Yeah, she sees him as a savior.
I had a bad case of writer's block.
Or was it the other way around? I don't remember.
I hate people who like see others as saviors. I just think it's gross, okay? Like I don't know. I just don't like people who pedestal other people. It just gives me weird vibes.
And I saw all this awful negativity online and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. And it was the lowest point of my life.
I just think it creates like a lot of negativity and bad vibes.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
I just hate this kid. I'm so sorry.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people.
Sometimes your best isn't good enough, though, you know?
And she has a fun time
Something
swaying
all
back
great
and forth.
creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block.
I mean, yeah, like, you shouldn't care what people think, but, like, I feel like if you want to be an idol or if you want to be, like, a, an entertainer, you kind of do have to care what the audience wants, okay? Just a little bit.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down.
Cause y'all are all fucking weirdos. I'm so
Otaku,
sorry,
man.
dude. Like, get a life. Talk to, like, real people.
I mean,
I'm such a
he is-
hater, bro.
He is talking. Like I said, she does
A
actually.
persona.
She does actually treat him like a personal
Yeah.
friend.
But he still sees, his vision is clouded because he sees her as a savior, so...
So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Because he's not see, when he talks about her, he's not talking about, like, her actual personal attributes. He's talking about, like, her idol self.
Yeah, he also does refer to her by her stage name as opposed to her name.
Which is like... Is he gonna be one of those crazy fans that, like, murders her in the end? Oh, fuck, bro. I can't handle this. Oh, it's stressing me out. Oh, I'm really stressed out by the possibility.
But do you suspect her?
I do.
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
Do it for Mizuki, actually. Mizuki is the real one here.
Around 6:15, I guess.
He doesn't care about Mizuki, though. He left her. What if the murderer was still there and decided to murder Mizuki, too? Like, it's fucking useless. What a useless human being.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
What, did she just walk in?
Yeah, there she is.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Police headquarters. Talking to the Popo.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Potential.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
I mean, true, if he was actually treating her like a criminal, she would be handcuffed. But at the same time, it is an interrogation. You are inevitably going to have to ask all of them.
I heard you used to work
so.
at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Aiba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She might be a pretty good liar. Who
She
knows?
isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
Oda.
That kind of confidence.
Definitely not a
would
natural
change.
liar.
No.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
Was she not home?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
One lead at a time, Date.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
Oh my god, was like Renju having an affair with Iris?
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night? When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do?
Look at those little puppy dog eyes.
I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
That kind of sounds like a bit of a lie. I don't know. Sounds kind of sus.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there.
Oh, was it the congressman?
But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
Yeah, who the fuck remembers exact times?
Trying to think.
Like
I usually do most of the time.
the thing is with exact times is not so much if you remember the exact times things happen, but that you have to be like actively aware of the time to be keeping track of when things happened, right? You had to have looked at a clock in similar time frame to an event to associate that event to that time and be able to like gauge when it happened.
I'm usually always looking at the clock though.
Well,
it's kind of a habit. It's kind of a habit from like working in daycare, so because like everything is on such a strict schedule. I would just out of habit do it all the time.
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday. but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl.
I thought she said she, like, might be older or something. She said something to that effect?
She was making a joke, I'm pretty sure, at the time. She's
Was
openly
it a joke?
Yeah, she is openly...
Was it?
Yeah, she has openly admitted she's like 18 or something like that.
Mr. Ohira is a fully grown man.
If she did that,
Oh, she's
you might
got a
be
point.
thinking about a different character, but I
A
don't
girl like
know
her
for
could
sure.
have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
Ooh. So so if you hover over those pieces of clues, you can look at the clue with a spacebar, it looks like. To see if it matches up with what you're looking for, and then of course you're supposed to show the evidence that proves the question being asked.
Iris could have killed Renju because...
So which of these pieces of evidence would show that she could have killed him? And you can hover and you can look at each one independently before deciding on one.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m. Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope.
And the entire accusation, so to speak, is that she couldn't have strangled him because she is
because she's tiny.
frail. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that thing in the elevator, right? So like.
Right, but they're not asking about that.
Yeah,
Renju weighs approximately 160 pounds.
Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m. The total
Shocked
weight
that
detected in the
elevators keep
elevator was approximately
records like that.
310 pounds.
Stay focused on the question, though. Don't get distracted by, like, trying to piece together the entire picture immediately. Just take it one question at a time.
Oh, yeah. That's... Okay. Could it be... Okay, because... I don't know, bro.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the Maid Cafe, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
I mean, what? If she worked there, then, like, yeah, she could have,
Stay
moved
focused
all
on the
that shit
question.
around.
The question question is whether or not she could have strangled Renju. Focus on one thing at a time.
Well, it's like, anybody could have... It would have been hard for anybody to do with a piece of cloth.
Right.
So, if he was sedated, would have been
The
easy.
autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
Oh, then that's gotta be why.
Sedatives were found in Renju's body. You must yes.
So, how do I put that in here?
Yeah.
a heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
What if she was yacked?
It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
Let's see. That's what I mean, like with the beer kegs. I mean, like,
Yes.
she would have been used to having to move them around and shit if she worked there.
So how do you show that the oil drums could have been used to haul his body?
Oh, this one?
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
Oh, so it'd be this one.
Oh, okay, it wasn't
I don't
oil
think so,
drums.
Date.
Yeah, no, I misled
This
you
is
there on
irrelevant to the
accident.
question of
Yeah,
So it would be
because it was
this one?
beer kegs because it wasn't. Yeah.
It'd be this one.
Yeah.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
Girl wasn't thinking about it that deep, but you know.
He did not weigh a whole lot.
No, he was tiny.
160 pounds?
But
Yeah, that's how much like my dad weighs, but he's like what, 5'6".
But there is
How
one
tall
more
is Renju? Do we know?
He's probably like 5.5 feet tall. I'm sure, actually.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear
wait, that's
Renju was
because I was
killed
hitting the wrong button.
elsewhere and brought to where we found him.
There we go. That's what I wanted to show you. You can find out by looking in here. Renju. Never mind, it doesn't say. Just kidding.
I mean, like for 5'5", 5'6", it'd be like an average weight.
Why does tab go to the menu instead of escape?
Okay, what did he considering the state of the crime scene? It's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where he found him.
If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Now you need 2 pieces of evidence.
Isn't it the elevator record? Right?
What am I gonna tell you?
No.
The order you put them in might matter.
Renju's watch. I haven't looked at that. Does that matter? That would be like time though. Probably like when his watch stopped. I don't think we would need that, but I mean like let's look at it anyways, I guess.
It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Oh, so she like chunked his body in there.
That means...
Yo, drum inside Sunfish Pocket. I actually did forget about that. I think you're right. Yeah. I forgot that was how she did it.
And then the watch. bang!
And the time shows 8:02.
Do you know what this is?
Oh my god, my dog smells so good. He smelled like death because he rolled in a frog. I had to give him a bath. He rolled in a dead frog. So that was pleasant.
It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
No. We don't follow protocol around here. Fuck you.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive.
So true.
You could have drove his car.
Yeah, so true.
Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Talking to
Who are
himself.
you talking to?
He has multiple personalities. It's fine, okay?
Yeah,
It happens.
Just talking to himself in the middle of an interrogation.
And you know, shit happens.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Oh, you want 3 things? Oh, fuck. Okay. So, probably... the oil drum? I forgot. I keep forgetting which one I need to press.
Wait, the oil drum is one of the key clues.
And then we need Renju's weight.
You need one more clue.
And then on the elevator record.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the 2nd floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the 2nd floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like.
You like texting or
But we
something?
need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Bro, the desk!
Yes.
How would I do that?
You can't tell from this angle.
So I need to... How do I get it? What?
You need to look at a different camera.
Where's the other one? Is it on a different corner?
Oh, also there's the mirror, right?
Shit.
I knew, girl, I knew she was texting or something. Texting Oda.
Oh, to save me, they're accusing me of a lot of stuff. They're gonna think I did it.
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing?
Why did they take her phone away?
Answer me, Iris.
Because
She's
this wasn't
definitely
originally
hiding
going to
something,
be an
that
interrogation.
Sync with her.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
It's time for another
Get it started.
Somnium.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
Okay, I'm gonna get some water.
Got
Or
time.
do I need to see this part? Do I need to see this part?
You should probably... I mean, I think the text will not auto-advance, so...
Okay.
What is this place?
Yeah, you can get some water. Maybe I'll grab a snack as well. Snack!
Okay. Is that you buzzing? Or is that me buzzing? Okay, stop buzzing. Okay.
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Weird.
Yeah, this is a weird Somnium.
Somnium scan, activate!
There's something strange in your neighborhood. What you gonna do? Invade their dreams. First mental lock is the TV. The second one is the windows, apparently. There's 4 of them this time.
Jeez.
Discover Iris' secret, a mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth.
Hopefully.
Sinking in the vein.
Okay, first
So
one
you have 2
is-
choices, apparently. A, look at the blood. B, watch the murder. Which maybe there's more than one thing to inspect than the TV. It's that, or there's 2 choices when you actually look at the TV.
A CRT TV.
So those red ones, I'm sure they're going to tell you in the tutorial, but it's it makes it so that the next action you take forcefully has the additional time listed. So whatever you do after this one will be forcefully double. It'll take double the amount of time.
That's so rude. Spin the dial.
Stop!
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
God, the music is stressing me out, bro.
Yeah. There's something strange. Yeah, the negative timey. Pick timey has a negative effect. Negative timies can multiply or force you to use them. If you pick one up, be careful.
Okay, what's next? What is this in the corner?
That's what the that's a hint essentially on how to unlock the next mental lock. So you see there's two routes you could have taken. You chose the B route, which is watch the murder, and so now it's telling you that to unlock the next mental lock you have to, quote, strangle it.
Wait, what's the next mental lock? Does it matter which one I go to?
One of these objects, or sequences of objects. You have to interact with them to unlock the mental lock. Yes.
Oh, well, it's gonna be that torso over there. Right? Right?
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Mm. 90 seconds.
Yes.
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. We have no choice but to investigate.
Such weird vibes going on.
Like, what is wrong with this girl's brain? Like, what happened? Was she, like, related to the murderer? Because I doubt she's the actual murderer.
It's so
oh my god, the time limit.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
Eat it.
Because it's so interesting how like the hints on what to do next are also like more aggressive than usual, you know?
Beat it to death.
Yeah, beat it to death.
Fuck, what do I go to?
If I'm not
Maybe
wrong, in this Somnium, the TV technically gives a hint. Because like, you can watch what was happening.
Let's try the operating table.
An operating table.
Perform surgery over 2 minutes, and the next thing you do takes twice as much time. It's very funny.
And I don't know if it's this one or not.
You can also use the 30-second timing.
Because it's beat it to death. It doesn't seem like operating table-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can also invest, just like, do these actions for fun as well, you know?
Bro, we got a time limit.
This is a very, well, yeah, but you can just retry. This is a very serious, like, Somnium of the ones that are available that you do throughout the story. But also, you know, it's not free from its fun moments.
No, girl, we got a time limit, bitch.
Old television.
Let's turn it down. Jesus Christ. Was that a rock?
That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops
Yes.
killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
No, she's probably like a kid or something when it happened,
I
right?
do not have enough information.
That was 6 years
she
ago?
She would have been. It was 6 years ago, yes. She would have been
Oh, she
around
would have been 12.
Mizuki's age.
Yeah.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
Oh, there's a little bit of lag. Okay, so it's gotta be the fucking. Would it be the torso?
3 minutes, Date.
Fuck me. Thank you, appreciate it.
You have 3 minutes. It's plenty of time.
I'm not good with time limits, bro. I was never good with tests either, you know? I always failed my test.
A torso
Well, not always,
similar
but
to a
sometimes.
fashion mannequin.
Let's punch it.
You did not do. No, use a timey.
How do I do that?
Z and C select space to use.
Z is.
Z and C to select space to use.
Oh.
It says right at the top of the screen.
Oh, I wasn't looking there, you know?
You didn't hit space. There you go.
Now I'm gonna do it. I have to press Z and C and then space.
Yeah, you select what one you want to use, Z and C, and you hit space to use it.
I didn't get hit, did I?
There is no effect on your body, Date.
Hit my soul hard enough.
While you were unconscious, a television and an old book appeared.
I want to get off this ride.
If my
Same.
calculations are correct, it will be over soon.
Let's hope you're right.
Should probably check the TV again. This time it's shoot to death.
Wasn't there a gun?
Yes, there was. I don't know if it's still there, but the TV, I imagine is mandatory. Because it'll show you, because you're at this point you're essentially
give you more clues.
you're essentially reenacting the original Cyclops serial killings within this dream.
Okay. So you gotta
Should
do.
use a timey again, by the way. Yes.
Only 8 seconds, but.
It cuts it down to 8 seconds.
Oh.
Iris has still more memories like this?
Memories can get pretty mixed up in dreams. You can invent bizarre things. But this isn't ambiguous at all. It's too vivid.
What were the other options on the TV?
Old-fashioned TV.
Oh yeah, turn the dial. Can't believe
Why
you
did
didn't turn the
because
dial.
investigate was turn the dial was on that side before, so I thought it would be on that side again. Okay. Oops. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll fix it.
Please. Help me. Help me.
Oh my god, what was her dad the Cyclops killer?
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Gotta go to the gun, baby. Where's the gun? Think it was...
The camera directly pointed you at the locker. Just
You have
so
less
you're
than
aware.
2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
The locker.
Yeah. Is the text that small on your screen?
What do you mean? I'm confused. I'm just like following what I wanted to do, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
I saw the lockers, but I was like,
It's
I
just-
want to do, but I wanted to do this though.
Yeah, yes. It's just when the game is like effectively directly telling you what to do. Yeah.
Weekly
Oh, fuck.
Shonen?
Don't say it.
Oh, no.
I did the best I could. I am not a cyborg, and thus I cannot reach that height.
Nobody's blaming you.
Oh, maybe there's something. Oh, look, the locker's like right fucking there.
Yes, it is.
Just a locker.
Okay, this time we need to. What is a peek?
Peek inside.
Okay. Yeah, I know that, but I'm like, wait.
You can use the 1/6 time one instead of 1/3.
How do I undo it?
Just select a different one.
Yeah, but how do I go from side to side to do that?
Z and C.
Oh. Let's just like bust the doors open. Jeez Louise.
Aiba?
It's all right. More importantly,
This one's fucking crazy, bro.
Got a whole Rube Goldberg machine.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Rube Goldberg.
Yo, this is crazy. What is going on in her brain is like, poor kid. This is called trauma. He needs therapy, okay. Oh my god, now the whole room's filled with fucking water? Over there? What?
It's just, there are parts of it that have a lot of, that are flooded. If I'm not wrong, a lot of the other objects you could interact with give you more like information about what's going on, even if they don't directly solve the Somnium. But it all boils down to effectively that she knows a very significant amount about the original Cyclops serial killings.
Jeez.
That's an interesting face.
Who's that? That looks like Date?
It does look like Date.
Weird. Well, I mean, we already know he knows, like, Iris and, like, her mom. So, like, we knew Iris's mom.
You met Iris's mom.
Yeah, but he, like, she was familiar with him, it seemed like.
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
So he only killed women?
Yes, the original Cyclops
assuming
killer
it's a-
only killed women.
I'm assuming it's a man because, like, most serial killers are men. White men, to be exact.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
Well, boss? What's the sitch?
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret.
I mean, he just saw everything, like, what the fuck?
No matter
You're
how
just not
many
gonna tell
times
him?
you ask, I won't tell you anything.
I mean, we kind of already know.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my dog looks so cute. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of him. This is very important stuff. Okay, hold on. Titty baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. Woke you up, my bad. Okay.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Oh, he's so cute. I can't even.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I gotta post it in the walkie-talkie server too, so Draco can make a meme out of it.
I saw your face.
Does he have multiple personalities? I'm just wondering. No, I don't want to share.
The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
I know.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
Exactly.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye. So you steal them from others.
That's pretty fucked, bro.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Girl, I don't believe you.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
Yes. You're kind of eccentric. Is that the word?
You interrogated Iris before the sync. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
Are you sure about that?
That's kind of a weak, you know.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four?
Oh god, is that his like kid or something?
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Girl.
Really?
Really.
Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. Boss, serious look on her face.
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing.
Oh, that was a bad luck.
But in reality, it was dropped completely.
Because they wanted to use Date as their little guinea pig with the eyeball.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
I mean, she's just mimicking what she saw as a kid. I mean, right? That's not too out of the norm.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
State secret.
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
I mean, it seems like the first ones were like a little bit more barbaric than these ones. I don't know. Just, you know?
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
An accomplice?
The Sinker does not always experience the Somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia. And why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all. It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C.
This has got to be the worst possible way to explain that.
This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality.
So you just like, you put the ingredients in a bowl and then you get a cake, you know?
Yes, you were experiencing a dream made up of several memories.
Fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier.
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Exactly.
Are all memories real? I mean...
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
I guess it makes sense.
I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter.
What is he?
If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sync room.
Hey Iris, about that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do.
Yeah, I thought we talked about this last time.
They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer?
Yeah, she repressed it from her childhood. Like, she don't fucking remember.
I remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Liar, liar.
Dreams
Pants
are pieced
for
together
hire.
from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
Law. Fucking cover. This is America, baby. Yee yee. Mass incarceration.
I mean, doesn't Japan have, like, the problem of, like, how many convictions do they have?
Yeah, they have, like, a near 100% conviction rate, because it's better to be, their holding laws are so, aggressive.
Could we make a stop first?
It's easier on the, quote-unquote criminal to, admit guilt rather than being held for an extended period of time. The actual punishments are easier on you, typically.
Like, still, like, if you didn't do it, that kind of fucking sucks.
Yes, it does.
Sure.
It mostly, the effects of that kind of thing mostly just revolve around the it sucks aspect of it, because like that, because most crimes are petty crimes, so you're like being accused of silly stuff like petty theft, or like I don't want to say loitering, but or like littering, or you know, stuff in which you would your criminal conviction would amount to no more than a week imprisonment, if that, most of the time just a cash fine. So it's easier to pay the fine rather than be imprisoned. is the whole deal. It's not great, obviously. It's not a great system, obviously, but the conversation around it mostly revolves around petty crimes rather than like murders and such. Because obviously you don't want to let because obviously even if they have awful imprisonment stuff, if you didn't commit like a murder, you don't want to be convicted of a murder, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
What's she want to do in Marble?
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Oh, weird.
Why do you want to go there?
Did they have an affair?
There's something I want to talk about.
I feel like one of my eyebrows is thicker than the other.
We can't talk here?
Yeah, I think so.
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a Nile message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. (9:41 p.m.) When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, I saw Oda sitting at the counter.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
Oh my god, is Mama dead? No! Bitch, I hate you. Go suck a dick.
Oh, she left a little while ago. Ugh. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened Marble.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime. No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing.
Well, you better fucking tell me.
That you'd stay quiet no
They're
matter
accusing
what.
me a lot of stuff. They're gonna think I did it. So, oh, well,
What were
I was
you
gonna read
talking
off the
about?
text messages, but whatever.
Oh, wow. Oh. I won't show you.
It's not gonna show. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Basically, he was saying that I'll protect you, Iris. I won't tell anyone about that thing, not even if they torture me.
Oda! Okay, let's calm down. You would totally spill your guts if they even
totally.
look at you wrong.
He's a coward.
He's a fucking little bitch, baby. Like I said, I just dislike this boy. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you,
What?
I thought you wouldn't tell anybody.
at the door, someone's standing outside.
What the hell? Those fucking bitches.
They also shut down Aiba. It's Monday now. "2:48 in the morning," so it's been about 5 hours. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything.
Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
Looks like Aiba might still be shut off.
He was already gone when I came back.
Are you preoccupied? Are you unfocused?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, focus.
All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
Oh, she's back.
My power was shut down due to the stun gun.
That seems like a faulty system. I'm just saying.
Okay, what do you? She's an electronic device. What do you expect was going to happen? She's directly hooked up to his nervous system.
A backup battery.
She's directly hooked up to his nervous system. That was shocked with a taser.
I don't know.
Of course, she was going to get shut off.
Oh, I think this should be a better idea. I'm just saying.
I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
A little too late, girl, but okay.
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
Date, the boss is calling.
How am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is
Oh
an
no.
emergency.
Oh no. What happened now?
Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video.
Oh no.
I sent the address to Aiba.
What the fuck?
Iris.
It's gotta be fake, right? No.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Aiba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Koto.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
I thanked Mama and ran out of marble.
No. I thought she was a killer. What the hell? Oh my god. If, I mean, she would definitely be willing to take out her eye to save herself. I believe that.
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
I don't know, is she crazy enough?
Crazy enough to take out her eyeball.
Yep. I believe it. I mean, people have done worse to, like, you know, get out of crimes and shit. You know? In a polar bear costume? That's so funny.
Yes.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
Oda, can you move a little faster?
Stay away from Tessa!
I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed.
Oh, polar bear take Oda out. Oh, her guts are gonna get...
Stop!
She's gonna get chopped up. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. No! I could have sworn she did it. Unless it's like faked. Think it's faked? I think it's faked.
Didn't seem very faked.
No!
Cause why would she like stun gun him and then just like take off?
Well, it's the Harbor Warehouse District. Half after 3. Half past 3.
What the hell? Should you be touching that, sir?
It's part of the crime scene? Yeah, probably.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What is happening? What is happening? Bro, I'm so confused.
Police HQ, 10 a.m.
Did the killer just stuff him in the bear suit and kill him?
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this. But it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
To do so in such a brutal manner, though? Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense.
I mean, have you seen the way, like... I don't know. I watch a lot of true crime, okay? Just saying.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris.
But yeah, I don't think he would kill her. I mean, he's a wimpy crybaby bitch. Like, he wouldn't kill her. I don't think he doesn't have it in him.
And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as? Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Isn't like, why kill her mother?
Well, he didn't know that she was her mother.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch.
But, I mean, Renju doesn't give a fuck about her. Well, like, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know that, so...
They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Oh.
Are you sure?
I am.
Told the boss what Aiba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
Oh my god. That's, I don't know.
Then
As a
shouldn't we have
stretch.
recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
So he stabbed himself and then went outside to go throw it in the ocean and walked back inside. Then wouldn't there be like a trail of blood?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Me and Date, man, we're twinsies.
Well, I wasn't being serious.
Girl, what is your issue? I'm so confused why she's acting like this.
I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Hmm?
Really?
Yes, really.
Hmm?
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Deader than a doornail.
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
Because, like, I was for sure Iris was the killer, man. Unless she was, and then somebody else, like, copied.
But then why would she have her eye taken out?
That's true. That's true.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Yeah, he was just, like, there.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
I mean, I don't feel that bad. Oh well, Oda.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Mizuki, right? I mean, Mizuki knew all. I mean, they're all connected to Mizuki, but like, are they all connected to the company in some way? I don't know.
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renji were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them.
In addition, she's a child. It was,
she's 12.
In regards to the polar bear costume specifically, she was clearly not wearing it. Because she is short.
Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
I mean, Oda's mother doesn't seem all there to be doing any elaborate shit like this.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, And she didn't think well of Lemniscate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her.
And she was the first one.
And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
Oh yeah, that was her baby.
Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras, but there's no connection to Iris. Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
It was me. I did it.
I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them.
In addition to, you know, being you know you didn't kill any of them.
No. Now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
You do have an AI living in your eye.
I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Time to continue investigating.
Alright, let's see. Space.
Going to the crime scene first. I stepped into the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin. But the center of my body was burning hot. Hey, look, it's the inspector. What's his name? Can't seem to recall.
Sorry, I had an itch. Okay.
No, nothing so far.
If only I could remember his name. The inspector is doing his duties as usual. Oh, it doesn't. He doesn't get it this time. He doesn't get a.
Yeah, I don't remember his. I really don't remember his name this time.
I actually do.
What is it?
It's Kagami.
Oh. I was like, ooh, I really don't remember this time. Man, I'm gonna miss Iris. R.I.P. Iris. Not really gonna miss Oda though, that's for sure.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
It's a police officer. Is this Oda's blood? There's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
It's a wooden box on the shelf. It's empty. There's nothing particularly suspicious.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
True.
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
There's Wi-Fi in the warehouse.
Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know.
Ooh, who's that?
Renju.
Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
Technically owned by
No,
Mizuki
actually.
now at this point. I suppose.
Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
It could have been done as like a fuck you or a slap in the face, you know what I mean?
A video camera and laptop, yada yada.
Right here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death.
Well, hopefully he didn't feel very much.
If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Because that is not the way I would want to go out. I'm just saying.
Maybe Oda was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Oda ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then finally cut open by the ice-cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
That was kind of weird. It's a surprise for Date, you know?
Unknown.
I mean, it's a good way to get rid of the costume instead of just like throwing it out. Just put it on one of your victims, you know?
Iris and Oda's bodies are under autopsy. Their bodies aren't here anymore. Iris and Oda were sliced in two by this ice-cutting machine. Iris and Oda.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed.
Fucking showing that
The video
again.
was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
That's so fucked,
Which
bro.
means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
But I want to look at more stuff.
As far as evidence goes, there is nothing else. A hook is hanging from the ceiling. Let me know if you find anything. Let them know, then left the warehouse.
Let's get a move on, champ.
When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
Oh, really? Oh, here we go.
Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
So there was an accomplice.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Stop. What?
Mm-hmm.
I would have never guessed.
It's the red figure in the Somnium.
They each had a role to play.
I would have never guessed.
The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
That is so wild. But why?
All in due time.
I mean, okay. But like, okay, a Yakuza, I feel like wouldn't feel guilty about that. So like, I really doubt they commit suicide over what they did 6 years ago. But if like the brother, like the Yakuza found out that like, yeah, they did this crime like 6 years ago, then yeah, they're like a liability, they would boot them off the roof. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't jump to conclusions, for the record.
Okay, look, I'm just chatting, okay? For entertainment, sir. Sir, do you mind? Motherfucker.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
Why is that so shocking? That happens all the time.
Well, I don't know about all the time, but you know, it is.
It's common with killers, okay?
I wouldn't even
It's
necessarily say
slightly
it's
more
common,
complicated than that.
but it's is certainly something that has precedent. Is the way that I would say it. It has precedent.
Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure.
I would assume you'd see it a lot in serial killers. Like, especially people who like hunt, especially serial killers who hunt people.
Not necessarily, to my knowledge.
Okay, give me an example.
So I'm not like a serial killer nerd.
But I am.
It's just, to my knowledge, the people like, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer and whatever, it wasn't necessarily that like they could only get pleasure from killing people. But it was how they derived satisfaction.
Yeah, my understanding.
Like in a lot of cases, I'm pretty sure it's not so much that like they have a brain dysfunction specifically, but that it was that in conjunction with other triggering factors.
Well, you see a lot with like, not a lot, but there are cases with like a few serial killers where like they did have like head injuries or like brain injuries.
Yeah.
And so in turn,
I all I mean to say is that is to not imply that serial killing is all that frequent of an occurrence. Really isn't.
Yeah, it's rare. Yeah.
And that
it's rare.
And that within serial killers, it is not as though this is like a consistent theme. Is this same sort of brain malfunction?
Yeah.
But it is something that has happened before.
Yeah, but you do see like there are like a handful of serial killers who like have head injuries, and then they do end up after that like experiencing like pleasure, like that's the only way they can receive pleasure is from like hurting people, you know, or like choking and like shit like that, you know.
They should have become boxers or MMA fighters, you know.
Well, usually it's from like killing women and strangling women. You know what I mean?
Let's fucking go. Well, when it's specifically addressed towards women, there's a couple of reasons. It could be, first of all, it could be like a physicality thing, like it's just easier with women. But it's like I imagine it's oftentimes a sexual thing with women.
Well, yeah. And like yeah, that's my understanding. Or like if they have mommy issues, you know, then that's a thing. But yeah. But yeah, most serial killers are white. You know, so there's that too. I think white people are just just crazier. But you know, that's my theory.
I think it's because there's more white people in the United States than there is other minorities.
I just think white people are just crazy, okay? I just think y'all just got a brain dysfunction.
White is literally the majority, so the majority of serial killers are going to be white.
No, I'm just gonna be racist for a second and just say white people. These white men are dangerous.
This is like reverse.
Maybe Pocahontas' dad for a second.
I forget what the funny racist numbers are. It's like the reverse of that. It's a crime statistic thing that racist people say that for like black people committing more crimes. Like, oh, Black people are only like 13% of the or 20% of the population, but they commit like 80% of the crime. Some shit like that.
Yeah. Which like violent crimes have gone down.
But I'm like saying, but like you're doing the reverse of that.
Okay, look, I'm just saying that's just the way I feel like. I mean, white people have been oppressors for a long time. I don't know. And I'm just saying. I am talking about a certain type of white people.
Life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
12 is pretty young.
Yes.
But like, I mean, that's like puberty, right? When do boys go through puberty? I don't know. 12? What? 10? I don't know. But if it's like around puberty, then yeah, that makes sense, you know? With like hormones and shit.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye.
Did he put it in a jar? Did he eat it? I bet he ate it.
She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them.
See? Crazy.
He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner.
He went without doing anything for years? Okay.
The aforementioned psychopath.
Well, it was his deepest darkest desire, but he otherwise had like a pretty, normal brain. Unlike the
Cyclops
psychopath.
killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops Serial Killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss. That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops Serial Killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But he's dead.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu
Which is where that guy called from, right?
Yep.
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
Oh, so he was the one that actually called.
He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Well, I kind of figured that.
Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars.
Kind of figured
Neither of them
that.
had the opportunity.
Thanks for pointing out the obvious. Appreciate it.
I saw Date's residence on the list, and I'm just thinking, man, Mizuki, rough few days for her. Mom's dead, dad's dead, both of her best friends are dead. You know,
she need better friends, anyways. It's fine.
hey, she still has Date. All right.
Yeah.
The place was silent. It was so quiet, I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. It was Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth.
That is such a sad way to describe a grieving mother. Why would you describe a grieving mother like that? That is so fucking rude. Nada. Get nothing.
This is your fault.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Mizuki is
kid.
curled up on the sofa.
Oh, I feel so bad for her. Hopefully she doesn't jump off a building.
She looked like a small animal, frightened by a predator.
Damn, I really need a haircut.
This is also your first time in the Date residence.
A lot of brick. It's very tiny.
My refrigerator. It's a pot. A kitchen. There are seasonings and cooking equipment lying around. A towel is hanging. Seasoning and cooking sake. A frying pan. You can look at stuff like the stuff that their personal belongings, but you know, it's a little sad right now to be giving you flavor text. Mizuki's favorite metal pipe.
You're a little sad.
A backpack. Yeah, and they only have the one outfit. Mine and Mizuki's clothes. Yeah, that's all I was really referring to. There's nothing else. A big window. You're not gonna get any fun lines of dialogue.
Oh, what's this? A door?
Add a rabbit. It's Add a rabbit, a stuffed rabbit.
Add a rabbit.
I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday.
Oh, that's cute. Get that child into therapy.
She left therapy last time.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's.
Oh my god. This all happened in the span of like 3 days? Holy shit.
Yes. Yeah.
This morning, 2 of her best friends.
Jesus Christ.
It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Yeah, nobody feels like talking right now.
Are you okay?
Do you think she's okay, bro?
Yeah.
She certainly didn't seem so. But I can't stay by her side forever.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
What a smart man. He's like, therapy.
I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left.
Ow.
Now off to see you one more grieving person.
Jesus. Everybody sat up in here.
Yes. When I visited the Sagan household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Ota was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school.
Oh.
I heard it from the police. Ota tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding. The second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
prison.
Her memories are a part of this room. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day, she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time, she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
Because people are crazy.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do.
The hug looks so awkward.
Thinking about her.
Game engine can only do so much.
Dante, please, you have to catch them.
Thankfully, the voice acting is carrying.
Please.
I will. Trust me.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He
Oh.
came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well. Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Aiba's. About Sosajima and the Kawasaki district.
Oh, yeah.
The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Did So blow it up, or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense.
That's a big assumption.
So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story. I don't know if that's just...
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies.
I don't think that's an accurate way to summarize something like that. The point of buying back the land cheap is that it will raise in value in the future. So he did make a profit of 29 billion yen. Like, it's not that there was not a net zero transaction there.
Well, if it's like radioactive, is it going to be radioactive for a while? Like,
yes, but the radioactivity is stated to be at safe levels by now. First of all,
like safe enough to where you can live there.
I think that was the implication. It's still like shut down for the time being, but it was said that the radioactivity was safe. Additionally, he's a politician, so he could, you know, there. Obviously, if it is a conspiracy, then he would suffer a lot politically for that. But if it's not a conspiracy, he could have a lot to gain for being, if he is at the head of an initiative to revitalize the district after the radioactivity. Or the chemicals? Was it radioactivity? It was chemicals, because it was a chemical plant, not a nuclear power plant. After the district is once again safe to live in. An initiative to revitalize the district would benefit him politically and financially. So the way that basically the way that they're framing that transaction is not accurate, but because they're framing it that way, you gotta have to like take it as
you have to roll with it.
You have to roll with it. That he roll with the idea that he doesn't benefit financially from that transaction.
They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
Exactly what I was getting at. Of course, casino is a really shitty way to do that. It works, but it's a really shitty way to do it.
Well, I mean, like with the Yakuza and stuff, wasn't that their kind of thing is like gambling houses? And shit?
It's one of the things that the Yakuza do. No, mostly Yakuza, and I actually don't know if this necessarily applies to gangs in general. Because I think in America it's more like booze and stuff. But the way the Yakuza generally operate is protection fees, quote unquote. You get to you get your business or your property is safe from external threats, so long as you pay the fee to the Yakuza, who are realistically the ones threatening you in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
I guess he's involved in some shady business.
I guess the game isn't rolling with it, as mentioned before. It is doing exactly what I mentioned. It was
that's so confusing. Yeah.
It's really not that confusing. It's a scam basically to sell something at a high value and then buy it back at a cheap value, only to cause its value to rise again. So you're basically getting in cash. So if it was worth if it was worth 50 billion originally, or 30 billion. So if it was worth 30 billion originally, and he sells it at that price, he now has 30 billion and nothing in land. It drops to 1 billion, he buys it for 1 billion. Now he has 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. If it rises back up to 30 billion, he then has 29 billion in cash and 30 billion in land. So again, he made a 29 billion profit.
Oh, okay, got it.
You could say, actually,
just
I'm
another room,
pretty
the chemical
sure
plant exploding was
stuff like
no
that
accident.
happened in the
It was
2008
done
financial
intentionally.
crisis.
Oh.
Because housing prices, if I'm not wrong, was it that they dropped significantly after the crisis, or was it that they were low immediately before the crisis? It had to have been.
I have no idea.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, it was they dropped significantly after the crisis. So a bunch of people, a bunch of businesses owned and politicians owned land and housing that was worth a lot prior to the crisis. Now, a whole bunch of them lost a whole lot of money when the crisis happened because they didn't sell that land and its value dropped like a brick. But some of them, anticipating the crash, sold their holdings. Then, after the crash, they would have been able to buy land and housing back again. And that land and housing has since risen in value. So they essentially made a free profit and a shitload of money off of the crisis.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense now. Okay.
By so in the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
And now, of course, you have like a shitload
what were we
of
talking
open
about
housing
again?
owned by private corporations that's just uninhabited right now.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kawasaki district? The chemical plant explosion made times hard.
Meow.
Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama.
It seems like he didn't really think about the business so much, though. Like, side of it. He was just, like, obsessed with, like, Iris.
Well, there's more details to Matsushita Diner that are as of yet undisclosed.
Oh, I mean, like, his mom and stuff, like, was acting like it was still open, I guess, you know, and, like, mom seemed kind of crazy, so.
I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Cats are very demanding.
Well, if he just doesn't know if he's hungry or not. I returned to boss's office to report. But I didn't see her anywhere.
I was like, oh, is it her birthday? But then I remembered, oh, she always has that happen.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss. Hey, look, Aiba is sitting on the desk now.
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research. About number 89.
Okay. I am starting to get tired and my neck is hurting, so.
Damn, bro.
I'm gonna stop here.
Alright. Next time.
Kiwi.